Welcome to Math with Mrs. Cox. We're on Chapter 6, Lesson 1, the homework, page 383. Go ahead and tear this out of your book, but just be careful because where it's further along the spine, it will rip out really jagged. So you might have to bend it along the little perforated edges first. All right, we are estimating or doing compatible numbers. Remember, whatever is going to be easiest to multiply in your head or to be able to figure out the answer quickly without doing a whole bunch of work. Let's begin. Number 1, estimate each product. We have $27.64 times 3. Well, this little 3 doesn't get along very well with any of these numbers. And I'm going to make a compatible number of $30 times 3. Because that 3 times 3 is 9. And then I can bring the 0 over to make $90. Number 2. I'm going to change both of these numbers because neither of them look very fun. This right here is going to bump that one up to about a 12. And then I am going to tweak this 21 to so it's more compatible to a 20. Then I can do 12 times 2 is 24. Bring the 0 over for 240. Number 3, looking at these numbers, I think I'm going to change both of them again. They're not very nice to play with. So let's say 87. Look at this other one. I'm going to say that's going to be really close to 40. And then 87. It'd be easier if I could just bump that up to 90. Then I could do 9 times 4 equals 36. And then I have 2 zeros to bring over. 3,600 would be my answer. Number 4 is 7.7 times 4. 4 I'm going to keep, but this 7.7, that's going to bump it up to an 8. So I'm going to do 8 times 4 would be a lot easier. Number 5, $63.44 times 6. Well, I'm going to look at this. Something that gets along really well with a 6. I'm going to say 60 would be a lot easier for me to multiply. 6 times 6 is 36. Bring the 0 over is 360 at the dollar sign. $360. Number 6. We have 51.7 times 9. A couple of different ways you can do this. Let's round 51 to 50 and times it by 9. Because I know 5 times 9 is 45. Bring over the 0. You could also do 50 times 10, and that would equal 500. Whatever is more comfortable for you. If you like your 9s or your 10s better. Number 7, 33.3 times 33. Curious. I think I'm going to go 30 times 30. Because I know 3 times 3, I'll give you the answer, right, is 9. Then I'm going to have 2 zeros to come over. So that's going to be a 900. Number 8, 17.55 times 9. Well, I think I'm going to bump that clear up to 20. 17.55 is closer to 20 than it is to 15 or 10. And that way 20 gets along a lot nicer with 9. 2 times 9 is 18. Bring the 0 over, 180. Dollar sign. Whew, almost forgot it. Number 9, we have 17.6 times 51. Well, this one right here I know would look a lot better like that. And a number that would work well with that, I think I'll bump it up to 20. Because then I can easily go like this. 2 times 5 is 10, and bring both of those zeros over. And I have 1,000 as my answer. All right, there you go. Check your answers. Number 10, make sense of problems. Andrea earned $32.25 a day. After 9 days, about how much will she have earned? Okay, so let's look at this number right here, 32.25. Is that closer to 30, 35, or 40? I'm going to say that's closer to 30. That was a really funny 3. Let's try that again. And then I'm going to times it by the 9. And I know that 3 times 9 is 27. Then I'm going to bring that 0 over. And I have $270 is about what she's going to make. Number 11, Janie skates at the local skating rink for 2.4 hours every day. If the skating rink is open 54 days a year, about how many hours does Janie skate each year? All right, thank goodness we don't have to do this exactly. That'd be a little crazy. So I'm going to say that this 2.4, oh, it's not to a 5, so I'm going to bump it down to a 2. I'm going to say that it's 2 times 54. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 5 is 10. So she's going to be able to skate about 108. And what were we measuring? We're measuring hours. Hours a year. Number 12. Each Sunday during his 9-week summer vacation, Ray buys a newspaper. Oh, good for him. The Sunday paper costs $1.85. About how much does Ray spend on his Sunday newspaper during his vacation? Because he's not buying a paper every day. He's just buying a paper on Sunday. There's only one Sunday in a week, so there's only 9 Sundays that he's going to buy paper. So we can just do 9 for the 9 Sundays he's there times, see, $1.85, that would round up to probably about $2. So 9 times $2 would equal about $18 that he's going to spend on his vacation. Okay, brain builders. A group of 5 people goes to the theater. If each ticket costs $6.50 and each person gets a bag of popcorn for $5.75, is $50 a reasonable estimate for the total of the group? Ooh, let's figure it out. So we're going to have about 5 people. So 5 people. You can set it up like this. And this is where we can use the, let me think. Distributive property. Okay, this is where we can use the distributive property. So 5 is going to get timesed by, let's see, $6.50 is really close to $7. And $5.75 is really close to 6. So what we're actually saying is 5 times 7 plus 5 times 6, whatever that answer is, right? That's what this right here problem looks like. 5 times 7 and then 5 times 6. And I just wrote it out down here in the bottom so you can understand. This is the distributive property where we're distributing the 5 through it. And let's figure it out. So 5 times 7 is 35. And 5 times 6 is 30. And if you do 35 and 30 together, you get $65, right? So here's the question. This $50, is that going to cover the cost? This is what we're going to do. We're going to do this 65 is greater than the $50. So we're going to say the estimate is too low. Number 14, an amusement park charges $35.50 for admission. On Saturday, this many people visited the park. On Sunday, this many people visited the park. About, thank goodness, how much money did the park earn from admission on Saturday and Sunday? Okay, so they want us to figure out a good estimate for this. So let's estimate our first one. This $35.50, is that closer to $30 or is that closer to $40? That's right, I'm going to say it's about closer to $40. There's a couple of different ways you can do this. You can now estimate this number and times it by 40 and this number and times it by 40. Or you can estimate this number and this number, add them together, then times it by 40. And that's the route I'm going to go. So I'm going to estimate that this number is, I'm going to measure it by the 1,000 mark. So this is my target, and that's going to keep it at a 3. So I'm going to do 3,000. And now over here, I'm going to have this be my target, and that's going to determine what happens. That's going to bump it up to a 4. So I'm going to estimate 3,000 plus 4,000 is going to be 7,000. Now I'm going to take that. Now I'll times that times the 40. And the nice thing about doing zeros is that you can just do 4 times 7 is 28. Then you count the zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, wasn't that painless? You got to remember, zeros are your friends, and when you see them, they help out your math skills. So the 2 days combined will be about $280,000. Number 15, in Spanish class, Kevin earns an average of 34.5 new words a month. If he takes Spanish for 9 months, which is the best estimate for how many words he will learn? Okay, let's look at 34.5. This is our target. That's going to bump it up. So we're going to say it's about 35. Now, 9, you could do 35 times 9. But that'd be a little tricky. So I'm going to just do 35 times 10 and see if my answer's there. And 35 times 10 is 350. Do you see that answer anywhere? Yep. Okay, sounds like a plan. All right, rip out your homework and turn it in. Please bop on over to your Alex for a 10-question assignment testing your knowledge on this topic. Thank you for your time.